Russia. All right. Sorry for that. He's coming from Russia. Make some noise for Mikhail Tiuterev.
Well, certainly Mike Diamond's building some anticipation as we are set here for the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the finals. We will now crown, for the first time ever, a FEA kickboxing light heavyweight champion of the world. This man, Mikhail Tiuterev, won his semifinal matchup by unanimous decision over Samir Baukiris. He now steps to the ropes for the final.
And now introducing his opponent into the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Make some noise for Alexandru Burduja.
Cut the tension with a knife here in Chisinau as we await the entrance of Alexandru Burduja. Burduja was my pick to win it all for the tournament, and Mikhail Tiuterev was FEA President Doran Damir's pick to win it all. Burduja in front of his friends, his family, his supporters. Looks like a nervous wreck here as he's walking out to ringside. Burduja stated before the tournament that there's no way that he's walking out of this arena without that title around his waist. It's now put up or shut up time for Burduja.
Alexandru Burduja. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the belt of the 95-kilogram title fight FEA World Grand Prix.
Look at that beautiful championship belt, that prestigious championship on the line here tonight. Well, I had an up-close and personal look at that thing, and I can tell you, it is absolutely gorgeous. And not only that, but as I mentioned, this is the very first FEA Light Heavyweight Championship. Lots of other titles have been contested here in Moldova over the years, but never have we had a FEA kickboxing light heavyweight champion.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner. Weighing 95 kilogram, height 1.84 meters, having a personal record of 32 fights, 25 wins, and 7 losses. He's fighting for Russia. Make some noise for Mikhail Tiuterev. Presenting the red corner, weighing 95 kilogram, height 1.88 meters, having a personal record of 18 fights, 12 wins, and 27 losses. He's fighting for Moldova. Make some noise for Alexandru Burduja. This is a final fight weighing under 95 kilogram, 3-minute 3 round, extra 1 round K1 rules.
I want to see a clean fight and obey my commands all the time. I wish you good luck.
Round one.
This is it. Let's do it. The finals of the FEA Light Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Alexandru Burduja and Mikhail Tiuterev have both gone to war in their respective semifinal matchups. You can see Burduja just looks like the bigger fighter here. He's taller, might be a little bit thicker, but I'll tell you what, Tiuterev is built like a brick house. Take a look at the shoulder development on the Russian. And this crowd has fallen completely silent here in Chisinau. Everyone on the edge of their seat. Cracking low kick there from the Moldovan. You see referee Andrei Grosu looking on extremely carefully in this one. Two huge, powerful individuals inside the ring right now, capable of shutting the lights off at any possible moment. Burduja switching stances, rushes in now, grabs his opponent around the neck. In my opinion, I think that Tiuterev maybe had the more grueling semifinal matchup. I think he really went to war with his opponent in the semifinals, Samir Baukiros. Not that Burduja didn't, but it was a more taxing, grueling kind of a fight for the Russian, whereas Burduja and Gedik were a bit more selective and careful about their punches. They were a bit more reserved during the matchup, but when they did throw, it was brutal. So who knows how these guys are feeling here. I've heard all kinds of crazy stories about these four-man tournaments. Some guys have broken bones, different injuries, internal injuries, who knows, from the first matchup, but still go to the finals. They try to hide it from the doctors and the physicians backstage to try to get to the final fight no matter what. Gotta wonder what their strategy was too between fights. Is it to maybe rest, relax, and kind of mentally prepare? Is it to stay active, stay warm? Hitting pads in the back, who knows what these guys are doing. There's different strategies, but when it all boils down, there's really only one strategy, and that is win by any means necessary. Push kick by Burduja. End of round one. Well, I think I heard a collective exhale from everybody in attendance here. Certainly a very tense moment here in the Menage Arena during round number one. As I mentioned, the crowd almost falling completely silent here for this fight. Burduja has fought before in these World Grand Prix tournaments. In fact, he won the KOK Light Heavyweight World Grand Prix in 2016. I'm not aware of any tournament fights from Tiuterev, but he may very well have been in a tournament at some point in his career. I don't know about that for sure, but has certainly proven a worthy competitor thus far. Still 2 rounds left to go.
Round two.
Well, sometimes in these kind of tournaments, in the finals here, adrenaline is not enough. You've got that adrenaline in the first fight, but in the second fight, is it still there? You've got to be able to feel the pain, the aches and the pains of that first fight. And you have to step back into the ring again and do it all over. Good knee on the inside, powerful shot there from Burduja. Just judging from the facial expressions of the Russian, seems to be a little bit perturbed when those shots from Burduja are coming in, and why wouldn't he? but you can see it physically on his face when he's getting hit. Well, Tiuterev's strategy in the first fight was to really cut down the ring, get in close, trap his opponent in the corner. Burduja going after Tiuterev there. Now takes a few steps back. Tiuterev, just like in the semifinal matchup, is the shorter fighter. In fact, Tiuterev is the shortest of all 4 competitors in the tournament. Cracking kick that time. Landed to the side of the body underneath the pectorals, the rib cage. Burduja looks to be bleeding from the bridge of his nose. Can't see it from this angle. Minute and some change on the clock here in round 2. Misses that shot, counter punches and a knee in return from the Moldovan. Still so much tension in the air here. Burduja backed into a corner, fights out. I think the referee kind of expecting these two at times to kind of break on their own. He may need to get a little bit more aggressive in there to break these two. Oh, big right down the middle there from Burduja. Closing seconds now, the second round. Burduja feigns, moving around the ring. End of round 2. 1 round left to go to decide the FEA championship. Take a look at some highlights from round number 2. Make no doubt about it, folks. We will have a winner here tonight. Both these guys in some very grueling matchups in their semifinal fights. And certainly not holding anything back here in this final fight. The physical condition of both men continuously deteriorating, but they still have 3 minutes left to go.
Round 3, final round.
Neither man can afford to get too lackadaisical here. It's been a long night at the office for both of these two. But just one mistake, you let your mind drift for a minute, you take your eyes off your opponent for just a second, and it could be extremely detrimental. It's in that kind of a situation where the next thing you realize, you're lying on the ground, counting the ring lights swirling over your head. Especially with the power that these two pack. Jabs downstairs, does the Russian. Right hand. See just a little cut. It's not, it seems like it's annoying to Burduja. It's not fight stopping, and it's definitely not going to warrant a whole lot of medical attention. But Burduja constantly wiping away at it, which means it's in the front of his mind, not in the back. It's always there. He's always thinking about it, which could open opportunities for Tiuterev. Exchange there. And that blood is also like a target for the Russian too. It's right between the eyes. And that twisted nose of Alexander Burduja certainly shows the kind of wars that he's been in here. Had a number of fights here in KOK that have been absolute wars, as well as in other promotions around the world. Crowd starting to get restless now. Just a minute left on the clock here. Well, there hasn't been anything really huge here between these two, have there? There hasn't been any knockdowns. It's been a very even contest. I don't know if they'd be willing to give these guys an extra round or not. I think they would have to. It can't end in a draw. A champion must be decided. Tiuterev has really been controlling the pace, dictating where the fight is going, but Burduja has been landing a lot. How do you score this thing? They came close to a incidental headbutt there. They came about within a centimeter or two, but no contact was made. Tracking him down now. Oh, he popped him with a left. Burduja catches another shot in the chin that time. End of the fight. This one goes to the scorecards. What is it going to be? Are we going to have an extra round? Is it as close as I think it is? That would probably be the last thing that these two guys would want now. After fighting 2 full fights. Both men's semifinals went to distance, and this one goes to full 3 rounds as well. Judges now making their final tabulations, and we will have a winner declared. We must have a champion. We must have a winner. Who will be the very first FEA Kickboxing light heavyweight champion? Pavel Zhiravlev, the Glory interim champion in the ring right now, as is FEA President Doran Damir, who is holding the championship title. Are we going to have a winner? Are we going to have an extra round? What's it going to be? Mike Diamonds is stepping through the ropes, and we'll make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is, for the red corner, Alexandra Burduja.
Alexandra Burduja has done it. And my pick to win the tournament comes out on top. Congratulations to Alexandra Burduja. He is the very first FEA Kickboxing light heavyweight champion of the world. President Doran Damir having a little heart-to-heart there with Mikhail Tiuterev. It was a very close
Ladies and
matchup.
gentlemen, the champion of the FEA World Grand Prix, Alexandra Burduja.
What an incredible moment for Burduja. This now marks the second champion in FEA Kickboxing and the new chapter that is constantly being written in the history of this promotion. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for FEA Kickboxing Volume 27. My name is Daniel Austin. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in 2019. So long and good night from Chisinau, Moldova.